Do you want to hear what Alan said? He's not on Rumble, look. Should we do this? Should we read Alan's statement? Alan's statement. Mr. Vinicum, I put it to you that Malta and the UK police are investigating YouTuber hate lies. Sorry? Malta and UK police are investigating YouTuber hate lies. Oh. I see. This is now 13 hours ago. I'm reading this on 26, 10, 23, 22, 24. It's all numbers, that is, but you understand it as the date and the time. 26th of the 10th, 2023 at 22:24. You understand that as the date and time. Smarty pants, you. Malta and the UK police are investigating YouTuber hate lies. I bring you this breaking news story straight off the presses of Alan Vinicum's Patreon, which he now realises he can use as his mouthpiece because he hasn't got YouTube community posts. But he does want us to all read things about him and talk about him. So he posts it now publicly. You don't have to be a patron to read this. This is public. So this is for us, for me. Yeah? He's got other posts on his Patreon, but I can't read them all. These are the public ones that I can read. This one's locked, look. I can't read them. So he's made this one public so that we can read it. So it's for us. It's not just for the patrons. Internet. And I'll do the grumpy granny Sonia. I'll just, read it. Internet. It can be a fabulous place. But unfortunately, there are a few trolls living around here. Seems AD ran across one, capital or two. Fortunately, there needs to be a punctuation. I've got problems. So is this written by Alan because there's bad punctuation? I don't think so. I think they've done the bad punctuation in collusion with Alan. I think this is Alan half dictating, half sending someone something, someone else adapting it and leaving in grammar and punctuation errors so they sound like Alan. Because no one would write this if they weren't Alan with his bad spelling, punctuation and grammar. However, it's obvious what's wrong here, and it's not the same sort of punctuation and grammar errors that Alan always displays. So I'll read it as if they aren't there, and I won't critique that too much. I'll leave that for Grumpy Grannies, but I'll try and get the actual content out of it. Internet. It can be a fabulous place, but unfortunately there are a few trolls living around here. Seems AD ran across one or two. Clearly he can't mean me, because when he ran across me, I was doing the Nicola Bully stuff. I wasn't trolling anyone, was I? So I'm not a troll. I don't have a troll channel. None of that. Do some detracting, holding some grifters to account on YouTube, laughing at some lolcows, and also highlighting nutters. It's called social commentary. But in the main, not a troll. So, but Alan ran across one or two. Fortunately, there's a tried and true method of getting rid of them. Ready? All right. Big secret? Not really, though. Please spread it as widely as possible. Ignore them. Ignore them. Oh, that's it. Ignore them. So Alan, to his audience and the wider audience, is saying, don't look. Don't look at what they're saying. If you don't look, it can't hurt me. It can't hurt you. Don't look. Because obviously what we say is bang on and makes you look bad and you can't defend it, so just ignore it. Head in the sand approach. Got it. We already did what you could. What? This is weird, isn't it? Because the grammar is weird, but we already did what you could. It doesn't make enough sense as a statement, but I think what they mean is we as a community already told you what to do and you did it and it didn't work. So we already did what you could, and it's written by someone in the community, and it's a we. So this is confusing you now, I get it. We already did what you could. In terms of deleting it and reporting it, well, there's no deleting it. What do you mean? Do you mean the video of you on the poker thing? That got deleted, but who did that? You didn't. Deleting it and reporting it. I'm terminated on Tube We already did what you could in terms of deleting it and reporting it. I think they mean the comments and things on YouTube, and you've tried, and okay, I got it. I'm terminated on Tube is not enough for 2 male stalkers who want my life. In fact, my life ended. So we're getting the dramatics again. It's exactly what he used to do. Martin Dean's coming to burn my house down. It's exactly what he used to do, but now he hasn't got a YouTube channel to do it on, so he's doing it as this weird post. Exclamation mark. Add anyone will believe it totally that I'm a SO. I've never been arrested for anything ever. I think what he's saying is anyone will believe that I'm a sex offender, but I've never been arrested. And as we saw, Jimmy Savile wasn't arrested either. At the moment, I'm taking advice from police in Malta. No, you're not. You're at home. Like, at what point do you think Alan is taking advice from police in Malta? Unless the police in Malta have decided to ask him some interesting questions based on the reports they got from the community that were worried about people in Malta. I'm taking advice from police in Malta, where I was at the time they attacked my hotel and live interview. No one attacked your live interview. You didn't have a live interview. You were on a YouTube video, and no one attacked it or you, and no one attacked your hotel. Hamas are not active in the area, although you should be worried about them with all the stuff you said about those bad Arabs. But don't worry, Alan, nobody attacked you. The police in his area have contacted us. So the police in my area have decided to phone Alan Vinicum and contact him. Hi, Mr. Vinicum. Yeah, we decided to contact you based on nothing and talk to you about this bad Scot that lives in our area. Can you help us take him down? Like, this is BS. I'm in their hands now. YouTube are not even acting on all my content being stolen and used to make money and views. In what world is this fair? It's not... No, you're right. YouTube's not acting on that because that's not happened. Your content wasn't stolen. And used to make money and views? Well, yeah. In what world is this fair? In this world, Alan, where everything you did, you got away with, and this is happening. Now, and it is fair as well, because you said things on the internet and now I'm critiquing them. Now trying to move along with things. The percentage of people... Just move along. If you're a patron, don't worry about me going to Malta and the money and all that. It's time to move along. Now trying to move along with things. Something Alan would never say or write. The percentage of people who say stuff like they say about me are and would actually do it is minuscule. So to decode that, the percentage of people who say stuff like they say about me and who would actually do it is minuscule. The percentage of people who say that these terrible things would do it and actually could is even smaller than that. So I think he's agreeing with us and what I say when I say that it's absolutely inconceivable that someone would watch a YouTube video where I say that Alan is a bad man and say, I really don't like Alan and I really like Scott, so I'm going to commit murder, Harry in the name of Scott. I've decided to put out a fatwa in the name of the Sultan Scott and go and murder Alan. I just think it's ridiculous, and I think that's a statement there that agrees with that. But I don't really know, because it doesn't make sense as words and sentences. Now trying to move along with things, the percentage of people who can say stuff like they say about me and would actually do it is minuscule. The percentage of people who say these terrible things would do it and actually could is even smaller than that. But the lies they're using have led to many murders. I'm sorry, what? Number one, no lies at our end. No lies. Everything come up, put on the screen, showed you, talked about it. No lies. No murders either. Exactly, it's a scare tactic. This is designed to scare me into thinking the Malta police and the English police. No one gives a fuck, Alan. The Malta police are not going to arrest me. They don't care. The English police are not going to arrest me. They don't care. If they did come, do you know what I'd say to them? Is this pertaining to do with Mr. Vinicum and these charges? All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to say to you. I'll tell you this now on the doorstep. This would be me on the doorstep. I'll tell you this now. You come and arrest me and take me down the station. I give you a no comment and then we go to court. Come back when you have the evidence to do that and we'll do that. Until then, bye-bye. Please check the reports where I've told you about this man who is trolling me on the internet and has been banned off YouTube for his hate speech, who is now on Rumble talking about immigrants, and go and have a look at him and what he's doing and come back to me when you've got all the evidence you need about your case. And then they just fuck off. Like, there's no way the police, like, what are they going to do? Kick in my door. You've got a reefer. You've got an eighth of marijuana and you're smoking a reefer. We've kicked in your door because you've done a video on the internet. Like, come on. If it was going to happen, it would have happened. It hasn't happened. The end. I just don't, I got that from the horse's mouth from the police as well. Like, I don't scare from this. It don't scare me. So yeah, I don't know why he's trying it. I think it's supposed to be actually, in factual fact, I believe it's for general audience trolls. It's modus operandi. Are you coming in? Yeah, it's modus operandi. You know, he goes around in cycles because Alan's not a clever thinker and outside the boxer, is he? He's going around in his cycles, and this is quite predictable behaviour, but also it is like intimidation, fear tactics, and it's also to make the audience that are with him, because remember, he's got these fucking group of small confused people like that lady we just saw, who are going to read this and think, oh wow, the police are on him and it could be murder, and like, you know, she was eggy about it, Genetic Code was yelling about it, they're going to try and murder him, like, you know, they're trying to make it dramatic and spin it into this whirlwind of something that it's not for their own. Like, they're getting excited and they need to just calm down. Yeah, so Alan is increasing that intensity of the excitement within them, isn't he? He's painting himself out to be a bigger victim than he really is, and he's increasing the pity and the intensity with this sort of manipulative and incendiary language. That's what Alan's doing. The lies they're using have led to many murders by groups that risk I am anywhere in real life world. But the lies they are using have led to many murders by groups that's the risk I am anywhere in real life world. It's all down to YouTube allowing this on their channel for 6 years now, and lack of police action. So it's not just me, it's YouTube and 6 years worth of it. Google has responded to these controversies in a process akin to whack-a-mole, expanding the army of human moderators, Alan would never say that, removing offensive YouTube videos identified by reports, and demonetizing the channels that create them. That's what happened to you, you fucking idiot. You got removed because you were offensive. You were identified through reports, and then you were demonetized and then removed through human moderation. None of those moves has diminished a growing concern that something has gone profoundly awry with the artificial intelligence powering YouTube. It's not artificial intelligence. What we're doing is not bad. They will have looked into it, Alan, because you and your nutters reported us. They'd have looked into it. We've got the green tick and we're going ahead. And now the more you report it, it goes straight into the box of trolls, because YouTube have adjudicated on us probably as well behind the scenes. The point is, they don't have eyes. Even if they did, a channel making 100 hours a month of pure hate of AD wouldn't be on YouTube, would it? Are you talking about me? I don't do 100 hours a month of pure hate on AD, but it is on YouTube, my channel, and you can get fucked. So it's all just narcissistic, manipulative language to try and make me out to seem like I'm some big ogre, scary baddie. Nasty evil Scott has done 100 hours of nasty takedown because he just doesn't like Alan and he bullies them. And YouTube can't even deal with this evil troll, and the police are on him. It's got to the police now. Like, hello, this is not Coronation Street. Calm down. Yeah? Like, you're getting yourself all worked up, and I don't care. I'd rather see you doing a show because we can laugh at it. When you do your bad racism, obviously it's not as funny, but too cowardly to do a show. I don't know what he's doing, spending the money. I don't know. Maybe he's in trouble with the police in Malta for some reason. Maybe he got caught with cocaine. You don't know. Like, oh, Scott's making up weird shit now, but, you know, there's a track record of cocaine use at Vinny's bar that's been reported on the internet, and Alan's regularly there, and there's lot, like, without going over that episode again, which we've done as a full episode, like, it's totally possible that Alan could have done something to break the law in Malta, and that's why he's talking to the police. You don't know. Alan's just talking shit on the internet again, and it is shit, isn't it? It is shit. So that's Alan's statement. It's going to be a short one. What else do you want me to say about Alan? Where's Mike Dean when you need him? I need some more information to say about Alan. You think he'll be live tonight? I mean, that's what I'm on for, isn't it, as well? Like, I'm here now. He's not there, though, and he's not, like the patron says 13 hours ago, so that's like today, effectively. That's his, like, message for today. He's, like, done a patron post. You'll consider that to be... Like, you bear in mind, like, the reason he was doing the content was to try and convince the people to give him money. And the reason he was going to convince them is because he's a big chuffer on the internet and he's doing this Nicole Kessinger thing. It's turned into, behind the scenes, he's now, like, through this process of being banned off YouTube, he's actually discovered that there are 4 or 5, I think, how many on this post? 13 likes. There's about 12 people who will actually follow him, even if he doesn't do it. And he's realised that he's not growing in any other facet, so he might as well just focus on these ones and grift them hard. So he doesn't actually need to come on and do content. He took a holiday. No, like, before it would have been a big worry. How's he going to get the holiday in? And he's just going to go away for a couple of days, but he'll be back quick because, keep up with the content. Now the content really doesn't matter. It's got to the point where he can just rant on about fucking racism for an hour. Like, it's just irrelevant. The content is now irrelevant. And I think he knows it deep down. So he's going to put very barely any effort into it at all. He'll still do the patrons once a week with them talking about Nicole Kessinger and appear to be working on that. But other than that, he don't need to do anything, does he? So he's not going to because he's a lazy arsehole. So... I don't think he got 500 grand. I think he got 5 grand. £5,000. So yeah, he might just be celebrating that, mightn't he? He might have got himself a nice hooker and a little bit of a holiday when he gets back. A holiday from a holiday. Who knows? Maybe he decided to stay out for another few days. In fear of us being waiting at the airport. There are a couple of followers who have turned on him, so he may be worried about streaming. That's true. He may be a coward about it. At some point, he has to come back and face it. And they'll probably be doing damage control within the group. That won't go on. That won't happen on stream. Like, people like Sonia here, who, like, just absolutely defend him, and Ocean's daughter. Like, you don't have to manipulate them anymore. They are fucking, sucked in. But the couple that went off the reservation, they will probably have sent them some emails behind the scenes. He will probably have got them already. He probably has their Skype or whatever. He's probably sent them a text, or he's trying to work them around, like, work them hard. And this post here covers us trolls. We've been scared off again, and it raises all the stakes in how serious it is for the idiots that watch it like a soap opera that are on his side. Because it is like a soap opera what we do, yeah. But like, it's more like what do you call it, like Geordie Shore or something like that, reality TV mixed with soap opera, isn't it? On the internet. So the people that watch him, they're engaged in that as well, but from their side, and they believe these storylines that he creates. So for them, it's quite an exciting week now because the police are on the trolls again, and Alan's in hiding from the trolls. So it's exciting. Like, he's had advice from people in Malta. It doesn't matter about poker anymore. It's about police again. So he's trying to deflect, distract, raise the stakes, excite the little hardcore, and they probably are excited, and they're probably worried about him. And then it's those ones that went off the reservation that require the hardcore grifting. And then when he, after about 2 days of that, he'll be back on to do a racist rant or something akin. At some point, he has to massage his own ego in this field, and he also has to try and convince some of them that what they're doing is important and valid, and he has a show. But like I said, I think less and less that's the case. I think some of them have said to him behind the scenes, even if you didn't do the shows, I would still support you because you're so great. You'll put up with all this over the years, and you can just do a Zoom call to us and we'll still support you. I think he's got to that level with some of them now. So when he hears that, he will not, be that interested in doing any more shows. More interested in playing more poker. He'll look at what he did this weekend. My prediction is he'll look at what he did and he'll say, that's the business plan for the future. They give me tips. I take it and play poker with it. And one of these days I'll win the 200 grand and then we're away. So I don't know why he just doesn't fuck this off and call himself Alan Vinicum, professional poker player, and say to them, look, you are going to pay for my poker. I am going to one day win 100 grand and then I'm going to be happy. So just keep paying, I'll keep playing. Fuck the study group off. Are we in? And they just say, yeah, okay, I'm in, I suppose. whatever you want, Alan, you know, and then he can just live his life doing that. I can read it again. Yeah. It's hard, though, because it is an absolute mess. Malta and UK police are investigating YouTube hate lies. Wait, is Malta the same as UK? I think, is Malta in the United Kingdom? Because it is is Malta UK. It's a crown colony of the United Kingdom, granted independence, so it's now in the Commonwealth. Are Malta police different from UK police? Does it have a different judiciary? I mean, if it's independent, it must have a different judiciary, doesn't it? Malta police. The Malta police force. This is where I'm going. I'm going to go in prison. The Malta police force. Yeah, it's different. They have a different judiciary from the UK. Interesting. Yeah, so they're working in conjunction now, internationally, through Interpol. Malta and UK police are investigating YouTuber hate lies. Internet, it can be a fabulous place, but unfortunately there are a few trolls living around here. Seems AD ran across one or two. Fortunately, there's a tried and true method of getting rid of them. Ready? Alright, big secret? Not really though. Please spread this as widely as possible, you fucking idiots who thought I said it was a secret. Ignore them. We already did what you could in terms of deleting it and reporting it. I'm terminated on Tube is not enough for 2 male stalkers who want my life and in fact my life ended. Add anyone will believe it totally that I'm a sex offender. I've never been arrested for anything ever. At the moment, I'm taking advice from people in Malta At the moment, I'm taking advice from police in Malta, where I was at the time they attacked my hotel and live interview. The police in his area have contacted us. I'm in their hands now. YouTube are not even acting on all my content being stolen and used to make money and views. In what world is this fair? Now, trying to move along with things, the percentage of people who say stuff like they say about me and would actually do it is minuscule. The percentage of people who say these terrible things would do it and actually could is even smaller than that. But the lies they're using have led to many murders by groups that risk I am anywhere in real life world. It's all down to YouTube allowing this on their channel for 6 years now and lack of police action. Google has responded to these controversies in a process akin to whack-a-mole, expanding the army of human moderators, removing offensive YouTube videos identified by reports, and demonetizing the channels that create them. But none of those moves has diminished a growing concern that something has gone profoundly awry with the artificial intelligence powering YouTube. The point is they don't have eyes. If they did, a channel making 100 hours a month of pure hate of AD wouldn't be on YouTube, would it? That's the report. And this is where he stole this information from. The distorted reality of algorithms. Where you will find on this webpage, cybersecurityintelligence.com, you will find, look, it's cybersecurity. I've just brought this up, and you'll find it says, Google has responded to these controversies in a process akin to whack-a-mole, expanding the army of human moderators, removing offensive YouTube videos identified by journalists, and demonetizing the channels that create them. But none of those moves has diminished a growing concern that something has gone profoundly awry with the artificial intelligence powering YouTube. This is a piece about Logan Paul, who stumbled across a dead man hanging from a tree in 2018. This is a piece about Logan Paul in 2018 in relation to the YouTube algorithms that Alan has stolen the words from, copy and paste like that, and put in his community post. Just there. So you don't know how much of this is written by Alan, how much of it is lifted from this article. It's quite a long article. But Alan's just making up his community posts out of stuff he's copied and pasted off YouTube. Off the internet now. So that's stupid, isn't it? He's not on YouTube, is he? No. I am, though, and he wants me off. The more you listen, the more it doesn't make sense. Yeah. That's what it's like, because it's just narcissistic gaslighting bollocks. Like, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to come away feeling that Scott is bad, the police are on him, Alan is good and victimised, and Alan deserves your pity, and YouTube won't even do anything about it. But you're not that smart, so it doesn't matter what these big words say. That's what it's for. You know, it's not for people like you that can understand words and concepts and get your head around it. Because if you could, you wouldn't be listening to Alan's bollocks, would you? Like, you're already through the idiot filter now because you're in the patron, so you can just say whatever you like to the patrons. In fact, you can copy and paste a chunk out of this about Logan Paul and just put it in. I don't know where he gets off doing shit like that, but, you know, I don't know why, because it's easy to find it, because you just do that and then you copy and paste it into search and it just comes up with it. Like, he hasn't even changed any of the words. And obviously the YouTube police and the, you know, the Malta police, and none of that's happening. That's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense, no. But Alan goes on this cycle of like narcissistic behaviour, and at the moment he should be on a bit of a high, but actually he's found himself in this funny position where he's demanding a pity still, because we highlighted what a stupid idiot he was. He didn't win loads of money. It seems like a lot, and it is a lot to a lot of people, and to Alan it is, but he actually spent a bit to get out there, and, you know, the buy-ins at the tables, and he was nearly at 200 grand. Like, if Alan had not gone all in and lost, but instead had stuck it out a little bit longer, waited for someone else to fall by the wayside, you know, a couple more of them, maybe slightly different hand, slightly different luck, made his way through just one more round, he could have been doubling that cash total. And then you're talking like, you know, 10 grand. And if you make it through one more, you know, then you're really close to 200 grand. And so you feel like you're losing 200 grand, not that you've just gained 5. So, yeah, Alan's having a narcissistic, I don't know, he's going through narcissistic cycles of problems. So I don't know exactly where he is on the spectrum right now, but my perception is he's probably feeling both giddy high with the money and his ability to spin it. Like, when he gets home, he'll tell people, you know, what he'll say at the Vinny's bar is that I got into the finals and I was one off, and, you know, I went all the way to the knuckle, and like, I was just, you know, I came away with 5 grand, but, you know, 5 grand's pocket change to us big poker players, and all the people at the bar be like, wow, 5 grand, you won 5 grand on poker, that's loads. And like, you know, there's someone at my way, God bless them, who, you know, won a big bet once, and everyone still talks about it at the pub, you know what I mean? There'll be a bit of that, won't there? Bravado, and, you know, really though, he'll see it as a loss. Like, he could have, like, he's got this funny dual personality that he has to perpetuate. So this, at the moment, it looks like he's quite vulnerable and scared and sad, but that might just be the story he's putting out there, when in fact he doesn't feel vulnerable, scared or sad. He just wants the ladies to think he feels like that, so he can go around and like have sex with some dirty prostitute. Like, you know, right now he's probably on top of some 14-year-old Bosnian girl, so, you know, he probably doesn't feel very scared or sad now, does he? Like, she probably feels quite scared and sad. Yeah, no, I don't think he can pretend that he didn't go to Malta. He said Malta in there, Malta police. Like, I think he's going to accept that everyone knows he went to Malta. Some of the people in his chat will say it's up to him how he spends his money. So that's fine. And I would agree. But it's not up to... It was up to you how you gave it him when it was up to him how he grifted it. That's the problem. He said he needed to pay his rent and that he was going to be moving out and having to get a job and like having all these problems. But instead, he just wanted to go and play poker with it. So he could have just told you the truth. It's the lying that we don't like. Anyway, yeah, like, he will maintain that he went to Malta and it's fine. And some of them will still, like, you know, ultimately, like I say, this core group, he could basically just, like, you know, he could kick a pigeon to death on the stream and then explain to them it had rabies and it needed to go, and then like they'd say, thank God you kicked that poor pigeon to death, because if you hadn't saved us from the bad pigeon, we'd all have rabies. You know, he can just say what he wants and they'll believe it. It's the wider, what he's lost now, and the reason we didn't have to, when we first discovered him going to Malta, we made a much bigger thing of it, and I even considered going myself, because it was a bigger thing, because he was on YouTube and he had more income streams and was talking to a wider audience, and now he's not. So is it my duty of care to the ladies like that lady that we just watched that video of to save them from Alan? No, it's not my duty of care to do that. We're just sort of covering the story now, so yeah. He's got no money. Yeah, he hasn't got any money. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I mean, I think he probably even owes that money that he just won, but he won't give it to anyone. He'll, you know, turn it to nothing. He has to have it for himself, whatever it can provide, and it'll be short term. It will disappear quite quick, because he can't put it in the bank and save it, because he's got the fear of the court case, plus the tax, and, you know, as a sole trader working for himself, what is he going to say about all the profit he's made? Is he just going to say that's taxed profit? No, it's gambling income, so he doesn't get taxed on it. So there's that. He probably doesn't have to declare it. And he'll just spend it, yeah. If he's got any sense, he'll buy some nice Christmas presents for his family. I'm not going to a Malta prison, am I? Fuck Malta prison. Fuck Malta prison. I don't want to go to Malta prison. Can't believe he stole that fucking content from that other thing. Latest news. Could you imagine if I looked down this latest news and it said paedophile arrested at airport? Wait, what? Oh, this is two. Man arrested in relation to homicide. Pushed her in the river. No, it's a sad story, and it's a bit before Alan. So it'd have to be the motorcycle accident or the traffic accident, and I don't think he's been in either, and I hope not. So. But they haven't put anything up there about arresting Super Chuffer either, have they? So that's fine. I could call them up. Do you think I should call them up on stream? Hi. Is that the Malta Police Force Police General Headquarters? I'm doxing. Oh no, look, Genetic Code's going to say I'm doxing the Malta Police Force. I'm endangering the lives of the Malta Police Force. Yeah, he's like, we all know the truth though. It's those women that support him. Like, they gave him the money, he went and took it to Malta, and he gambled with it, and, you know, whatever else. But like, they just, like, instead, one of them has made a video about how bad I am. Like, it's weird, isn't it? It's a shame though, in a way, because like, him being such a massive coward means that he hasn't even come on the stream for like a week now, a week to 10 days. That wasn't a stream either. That was a stream, that one, 8 days ago. And even that was fucking going on about Palestine and third world refugees shipped to the West countries. So that's bad. Like, I don't know why he just doesn't do Alan's comedy hour once daily and just give us all a fucking laugh.